YouTube. But this is something I've been wanting to do for years. The last time I posted a YouTube video, and I'm saying this as if like a ton of people are invested in it, not at all. I posted like 5 videos, but the last time I did this was in 2018, and I posted my show day vlog, and I think I found more footage later on that I posted another one like maybe like months down the line, but a lot has happened since then. I just started competing that year in 2018. My second NPC show ever. Fast forward, it is now 2023. I am at a completely different stage in my life right now. I'm no longer the NPC. I am an IFBB Bikini Pro now. Whew. Okay, so I do want to do like a little recap of my competing history up to this point. So let's see if I can remember everything accurately. Talking about it on YouTube is something I kind of wanted to do before I jumped into this prep series, which is like, spoiler, I want to do a prep series. But a lot has happened, so I want to go over the show history. Not going to go into great detail or anything like that unless somebody asks, which who knows if anybody will watch this, but I'm just excited to do it. So after my last YouTube video, which was the Northeasterns, NBC Northeasterns, I took an off season, and then I began prepping the following year in 2019, and I did the Sacramento State Championships, where I came in super duper lean and striated, and I got 4th place in my class. So learned my lesson there, and then I had to fill out. It was a wild ride. Filled out and did junior nationals like the following week, or maybe like a week and a half later. After that, I got third call outs of that, but the judges were saying you're on the right track. You just need to keep filling out. You're still too lean. We can see striations in your glutes. And anybody who knows bikini knows that like that's not the way it's supposed to be. So it's just something like, anyways, it was a lesson learned. I wasn't taking my check-in photos in natural lighting, and my coach couldn't see the striations. So I trust my coach, who has been my coach since then, Shelby, 100%. And we were able to push forward, keep filling out, push forward, keep filling out. I did another national show that year in 2019, and it was Universe. So it was Universe in New Jersey, and I got first call-outs at that, and I was super freaking pumped. It was an absolute mind F though, because when you're filling out and everybody's getting leaner and you feel like you're kind of sacrificing your core and your like tightness in your core to fill out in other areas, challenging mentally and emotionally to do that. But after getting first call-outs at that, I realized, and the judges, you know, kept true to their word and the feedback that they gave me, that I was on the right track. So after that, as for feedback, they said, do the next show, do NPC USA's in Las Vegas. And it was like 2 weeks later or something. So I spent an arm and a leg, like part of my soul, which is like sent up somewhere as like a cost to buy a ticket to Las Vegas. That like, this was where Nicole on Instagram and my stories, like, we became best friends forever. We had met earlier that year at the Arnold, and she actually ended up doing that show, and Shelby was like, hey, I think that Nicole is doing that show. You should reach out to her and see if maybe you guys can stay together, because 2 weeks out, like, hotels were absolutely expensive, and I was like, maybe I can split a room with her. Anyways, so I reached out to her. She says her aunt actually has a timeshare out there, and I would just need to help like pay booking fees. I was like, oh my God. One, I love her, so I knew it was gonna be a good vibe, because obviously the vibe is everything for show weekend. And I was just very comfortable with her. I don't know, sometimes you just know, and I felt like I knew her for years. Just like, I just knew it was gonna be good. Amazing. So not only did I get to basically save the money that I spent on the air travel, but also I got to stay with Nicole. And Shelby actually ended up staying with us that weekend too. It's a 2-day show, and I was like on one of the sides of the center, and it was like very nerve-wracking waiting from the prejudging, which was one day, and then into the next day, because I wasn't sure. And there was a lot of controversy over who was getting second place and who was going to go pro. So Hope got first, and then I ended up getting second, so I also got my pro card. But I just felt in my soul that it was going to happen, but I didn't know 100%, and there was a lot of like rumors and drama about it, like who's it going to be, and I kind of felt uneasy because a lot of other people were saying like that they were already going to go pro. So I'm not going to go into depth on that because it like gone. But I ended up going pro that year in July 2019. One of the best days of my life, one of the most magical. I felt in alignment. I felt like everything that I was working for was really truly paying off at the time. And then I decided with Shelby that we were gonna hop on a pro stage just a couple months later. And during that time period, I actually moved from New York all the way back home, like in with my parents, to San Francisco. I went through a breakup at that time. And I made the decision, I want to be with my family, I want to break this off, and I want to start fresh. I had been away from my family in New York for college and after college, and I wanted to go home. I did. And so that's what I did. And then I competed in the Arizona Pro, and then I started interviewing for jobs out here. I got a new job. I had quit mine in New York. I got a new job, and then I competed in one more show, which was oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to put the name of the show, I don't know, right here. It was a really, really special show. I can't believe I'm forgetting it right now. But I competed in that, and I got first call outs. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm ready to go into my off season and really, kill it, my true rookie IFBB Bikini Pro season. So that's what I did. I took an off season. I focused on spending time with my family at home. I focused on time, like setting up my career. And then I came back in 2020, and anyone who knows me knows I had like a 10-show run. Like I was traveling all over the place. It was in the middle of COVID. I met my love of my life, my current boyfriend. A lot happened that year. So anyways, lots happened. I did a 10-show run and ended it with the Olympia. And I could go into great detail about that if anybody wants to know at any point in time. But what I'm really excited to say now is that after a 2-year-long off season, I have already started prep for the 2023 season. Shelby Pierce is still my coach. I'm still with Team Fit Body Fusion. I have a different career now. I changed careers again, but I'm ready to kick off this season and bring you guys along. I'm not going to do as many vlogging updates because I truly do love like just being in the zone every single day. So like I might do a vlog here or there, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in my everyday life. It's not super interesting, to be quite honest. Like I think that like the success is in that consistency, and the success is doing the same thing over and over again. And I think that if you see it once, you probably don't need to see it again. So I can show that if you guys want to, but I probably won't show a lot of that. I'll just do one weekly update talking about prep. So let's establish this. Even though I'm like 3 weeks going on 4 weeks into my prep, we are going to establish this as episode 1, Maya's Bikini Prep Diaries. Welcome to the journey. This is going to be a super basic video, but I have been putting this off for so long, and I realized that like it doesn't need to be special or like awesome. Like I just have to get started, and then they'll get better as they go. So I hope you guys are down with that, because that's what's happening. Okay, so the current plan right now is that I have 6 days of training and 1 day off. Day 1, this is my current split. Day 1 is advanced glutes or compound glutes, and we alternate those week to week. So it'll be week 1, advanced glutes, switch out compound glutes the following week, flip flop. And there is within my Trainerize app, there are a variety of advanced glute workouts that Shelby has programmed for me to use or to do. So that's that. Then day 2 is hypertrophy shoulders and triceps and back and shoulders. So it's either hypertrophy shoulders or triceps, back, and shoulders. I love training shoulders so much. I think it's because you can like see the pump in the mirror, and like I can literally feel them getting pumped. Obviously it's the same for glutes, but I don't know, there's just something about training shoulders. I think it's also because I never really had a ton, so like you always kind of want what you don't have. I also wasn't blessed with amazing glutes, so I also love training that. But I don't know, there's something about shoulders. All right, day 3 is glute and hamstrings. So alternating, you can do, there are like 3 different glute hamstring workouts she has, and you can just like cycle through them. Day 4 is back and biceps. And again, there's different options and so you can cycle through them. However, I'm just gonna put this out there. There's always that one specific workout that you know hits, and I tend to do that one like every time, because I am technically training the same thing, just because it's just like a different movement. Well, the movement pattern is the same, but it'll be a different actual movement. It's hitting the muscle the same way, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like, you get it, you get it. All right, then after day 4, so day 4 was back and biceps. Day 5 is upper glutes. So specifically that shelf, like upper and outer glutes have always been a struggle for me to hit. And it's also my specific feedback from last year, so they wanted like more 3D booty, 3D glutes on stage. So like basically when you turn to the side and that like when you see the top, that is what I want. It is what every girl wants. So that I hit glutes like 3 times a week at this point. And then day 6 is shoulders and day 7 is off. So I also do LISS, which is, let's be real, it's moderate intensity steady state cardio, 5 times during the week, 30 minutes each time. So 5 sessions, 30 minutes each. Not crazy. I like to do that in the morning before work, and then because I work Central Standard Time, I do that really early, and then I work, and then I get off work Central Standard Time, and then I'm able to go back to the gym and train, which I really like because I'm able to get my meals in during the day, and then I can hit the gym, you know, fueled and ready to go. And then I like to use a non-stim pre-workout. So I'm sponsored by Inspired. That also happened in the interim, or like in this time that I wasn't on YouTube. Anyways, great stuff. I love Inspired so much. I'm sponsored by them, obviously. Love the products, and I use them before I was sponsored by them. It was like a very natural evolution from being an affiliate to an ambassador to an athlete. I'm just very proud to represent them. Side note, but I use FSU, which is a non-stim pre-workout after work, and then I sip on some aminos, which is an EAA blend that they have, and both of them are so delicious. It's just a treat. I look forward to them every day. I have 2 HIIT sessions per week, 6 rounds each. So I want to make it clear that when I do miss and hit, like, I'm going all out. I need to keep my heart rate for moderate intensity steady state cardio at 117 or above, and I track that with my Whoop. So I think I'm gonna like show some of that on screen. If I can, I'll just like put it somewhere on screen to show you guys what it looks like. But I like to have my heart rate above 117 for almost the entire time. Obviously there's a little bit of a warm-up period, but I like to get it up there and stay there. And ideally I'd like to have my average heart rate be at 117 at least during those sessions. One of the things I learned this week is that when I'm on the treadmill at an incline, I actually feel like my heels feel a bit like weird or like painful because I have to walk so fast to get my heart rate up so fast. And it might be because I'm at too much of an incline and I don't hold on or any of that stuff. Like, no, it's not my vibe. Like anybody who wants to do that, more power to them, but I feel like you're not walking at an incline if you're doing that. So I'm like hitting my heel in a weird way, which I think feels odd. So I switched over to the stair mill, and I didn't do the stair mill for a long time because some of the stair mills, like the steps would be really small and I felt like I was gonna trip, and it kind of made me nervous. And also I would feel it in my quads. However, my gym got new step mills where they're bigger, and I completely don't feel it in my quads. It's not like a super bad burn so much that it's like killing my glute training. I feel like I'm able to recover from it fine. So I think I'm going to switch over to that and let Shelby know. And then for HIIT, HIIT is like bae for me. Like I love HIIT. If I could just do HIIT sessions, I would. Because I love the feeling of sprinting and going all out. Also, it's less time. So yes. But I really love any cardio where I truly feel like an athlete. Because I like to train and do my cardio like I am an athlete, because that's what I am. So anything that makes me feel very alive and truly athletic, love that for me. So that is what I like to do, and that is 6 rounds per HIIT session. I have 2 HIIT sessions, and I have a 5-minute warm-up period and then 6 sessions, which is 20 seconds on, all out sprint. And I'm like not messing when I say this. It's definitely between 11 or 12 speed on the treadmill, and then 1 minute and 40 seconds at the low intensity. Low intensity, I will really turn it down to like 3. And I know some people will say like, oh, when you want it to be at more of a moderate intensity. But I think having it very low and then very high allows me to go harder on those all-out sprint sessions, and also give my heart rate more of a change. So when I'm going all the way back down, my heart's slowing down, I'm slowing down, and then I go all out again. And I like the stark difference between each round. So that's that. And then I have a 5-minute cool down period, which I do at the end, and that's it for cardio. And then the things that I do every single day is I am going to be honest here. I am supposed to be doing vacuums every single day. Do I do vacuums every day? Not every single day. I will definitely miss some days, but I like to do them sometimes after training. I like to do them sometimes when I'm laying down. But I have to be more consistent. I'm going to be completely honest about that. Also, posing daily. This is actually a huge struggle for me because I have never been the best poser. I love being up there. I love owning it. I like being on stage. I like the energy, but I have never gotten really smooth with my posing. And even when I was posing like so much, I haven't ever really gotten my flow down. So that's one of my main goals for this year. And I have worked with some people in the past, but I never did enough consistently. And then also Shelby did my posing for a period of time. Jazzy Fresh, Jasmine Gonzalez did my posing for a period of time. Dara Diaz, and she just got married, so she's no longer Dara Diaz, but she's an IFBB Pro out in New York. I also worked with her when I first was in the NPC. So I worked with a lot of people. I just haven't gotten down my flow yet. And I promised myself that is going to be one of my main focuses for this prep. Let's see what else. Other things to do daily. Drink 1 gallon of water daily. Yep, that doesn't change. That's pretty much on season, off season. Supposed to hit 1 gallon every single day. Sodium around 1,900 mgs daily, and then fiber around 25 grams daily. So fiber was kind of a challenge for me because I keep my foods very simple, and I have a gluten sensitivity. I'm not gluten free, I'm not celiac, but I do have a gluten sensitivity. I realized when I was doing my blood tests. So I don't include gluten in my diet usually. So I started incorporating lentils, which I originally got hooked on because Hannah, who is on Fit Body Fusion, who's a coach, who is just all around an amazing badass, she makes a lot of lentils and she makes them herself. However, lazy me was like, what is an easier way I can do this? So, and I'm okay, that's self-deprecating. joking. I'm not actually a lazy person, but I like lazy meals. So I don't like spending a lot of time in the kitchen. So I got the Trader Joe's steamed lentils, and they're so easy to make in the microwave. You just like stab the packet, throw it in there for 5 minutes or so, and they're good to go. And they're amazing. They're just so good. Ever since I started having them, I look forward to them every day in my like steak burrito bowl. Oh, it's very loud outside. I look forward to those lentils every single day, and I have them with a la carte steak for MegaFit meals. Ever since, so many things have happened since I've been on YouTube. I actually am a MegaFit Meals ambassador, and I love their a la carte meals, not only for prep, but also off season. I love their signature meals as well. But, and I trust their signature meals, but during prep, my macros will change a lot. So I like being able to control of my portions. And I'm just like a person who likes variety and adding in my own flavors. So that is what I like to do. I have jasmine rice that I make at home, or my main preference is sushi rice, but the store has been out of it lately. So sushi rice or jasmine rice, some lentils, then steak, a pack of guacamole from Costco, some salsa, which is, you know, like I'll pick a new salsa. It's kind of like my fun thing. I like to do like a salsa or hot sauce. Put those on top, and it's such a good dinner. I will do a full day of eating at some point coming up soon, but I do basically eat the same thing every day. So again, like I'll do one and you guys will get the point. Stretching daily. So she has a stretching plan in here that I'm supposed to do daily, but I also love stretching. And I have one of my splits, like my front split's still down, but I'm trying to get the other one again because it's almost there, but it's not quite, and it's not going super smoothly. So I know that when I do it every day, that split is gonna come back beautifully, and I can't wait for that. So those are all the things. Oh, and then lastly, one more, glute activation and warm up before lower body days. So another thing to do. Maybe I can also take you guys through a day of training, so that would be exciting, but I'm not gonna overcommit because I do this all the time. So I get really excited and I overcommit, and then I'd rather overdeliver. So I'd rather overdeliver. Oh my goodness, I just realized something. All right, Shelby says my heart rate should be at above 130 beats per minute for my moderate intensity steady state cardio. Mind blown. I mean, I'm definitely sweating, but I was keeping it at 117. Okay, well, this truly is the Bikini Prep Diaries because I just confessed something that I just didn't realize. Whoops. Okay, I'll tell you guys about. Next is my current macros. So I know some people do meal plans. We do macros. I like the autonomy it gives me. I have flexibility on my own terms. I do still eat all, like, I don't like the word, but like clean foods. So unprocessed whole foods primarily. So my carbs are currently at 200. So they did drop another 10 grams from last week. My fats are at 50 grams, and my protein is at it says 150 here, but I'm pretty sure I'm at 145. I think I might have taken the notes wrong. Yeah, so, well, basically I will put the correct thing on screen, whatever my macros are at right now, but I think it'll be interesting to track 1, my training split, 2, my cardio, and 3, my macros or my nutrition throughout this prep, so that you guys can see how we progress. I will also put pictures on screen of my current physique after my check-in each week, because it is fun to see, like, just kind of like a little like science experiment, fun to see and track the progress in myself. So I hope that it is something cool for you guys to see as well. So welcome to the Bikini Prep Diaries, season 1, because I never really had a season last time. Season 1, episode 1, let's get it. IFBB Pro season numero dos, and we are getting after it, and I cannot wait to bring you guys along for the ride because it is a ride. big goals to achieve, and I can't wait to smash them all. It will take some time, but I know one of the things that my dad always told me growing up, it's a quote by Babe Ruth, it is hard to beat someone who never gives up. So with that, I will leave you guys and say have an amazing week, and don't forget to keep pursuing, keep pushing for, keep reaching for all the things that you want in your life, because I'll be here doing the same. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Just wanted to jump back on here and say one thing. I want this to be very real and very transparent. So like, I am gonna push myself or encourage myself or make myself do these even when I'm not feeling my best, even when like I don't want to put makeup on right now, so like we're not having makeup on right now, like just in the thick of it, because I want to show you guys the real raw side of prep, and I always like those prep series best, so that's what you're getting from me. And okay, now I'm actually going. Have a great week. Bye, y'all.